What's up, guys? So I'm gonna do something a little different here. Normally I use a foam cannon. A lot of people don't have a pressure washer, so I got this new little bad boy. It plugs into your regular hose. Just gonna spin it in there, and then you put the soap in there. I slap my little logo on there and stuff. But then it still gives a cool foamy effect. I haven't tried it out yet, so you can test it out with me. I live in the fire zone up here, so it's a whole bunch of ash all over the car. You don't want to just rinse your car off with water with the ash. It can actually mess up your paint. My car is wrapped, so it doesn't make that big of a difference, but there is certain parts that are painted. The wheels, it's not really the best for, and then I also have other cars that are painted, so I'm just going to show you something a little different here. Today I'm going to use the Renegade Moneyshot Wash and Wax. It's made for a bucket or a foam cannon, so this is kind of similar to a foam cannon, it's not quite as much pressure. So I'm gonna toss some of the soap in here first. I usually do it up, like a quarter way there, and then I'll add a little water just to thin it out. And then this has an adjustment here for the pressure to make the foam come out a little differently. So let me fill this bad boy up, and then we'll test it out. So let's fill this thing up here. Squeeze it in. You can see it fill up down there. So that should be good for now to test it out. And then we're gonna toss a little water in here. It should be good. We don't want it too thin, but I'm not sure how this thing works, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so we got the hose hooked up. Got some soap in there. You can see it's a little pretty diluted in there. And then the rest of it's gonna be pressured through the water hose pressure there. And let's see how this foam comes out. So it's pretty good for not being an actual pressure washer. I think it's pretty good, nice and sudsy there. That'll help that we don't get just straight water on the ash. That'll dilute it. You can just quick little wipe off with the sponge and be good. For today, I'm just using cheapest sponge you can get. It's like $2 or something at any AutoZone, stuff like that. Just swipe it all up, it'll be good. All right, so after you do a nice little scrub in there, get all the soap all scrubbed in, get all the dirt off, all the ash. You just need to go ahead and just rinse it off with regular water here. Just swap out the nozzles here, get the water off all nice and good. Soap's working good. All right, now you want to grab a nice good rag here, towel, chamois, whatever you use, and then smoothly wipe off all the water. Make sure you can get all the little areas here. Anything that's going to touch paint, you're going to make sure to wipe it off good, because if the morning dew comes and that ash is on there, you could get some marks. So you never know. I just kind of usually just drag it across, smoothly grab things. A little hard to do with one hand, so let me do that in a little fast motion real quick. All right, so pretty much got the car all dried off. Make sure and get all it off. Sometimes you go for a little drive, get the last little drops off. Here's all the products I used. So this thing is actually off of Amazon. It was like $22, $25, something like that. Just simple hose. It's very similar to a foam cannon off your pressure washer. Just, it's not quite as much pressure, not quite as much fluff, but there is adjustments you can use for it. I use the Renegade Products Rebel Moneyshot. I'll put a link for both of these things down below. You can check them out. The soap works awesome. This setup is definitely good for anybody, anywhere out there. If you have an apartment, house, you just don't have a pressure washer. If you're at work, slap it up to the hose and you're good. It worked plenty good for what I needed to do today. It's mainly get the ash off. And I usually use my pressure washer, but using this out, which works really good. So just make sure and dry the car off real good, and after that, you're all set.